Finding your center, just taking some really deep breaths in and out, allowing you to be present in the moment. Letting go of all thoughts, any mental chatter. The thoughts can come, but just let them go, like ships passing in the night. Not attaching to anything. And just bringing an inward focus as you take those deep breaths and expanding into the heart space. Today we're entering through the divine feminine template. The loves, the thousands and thousands and thousands of loves through different ancestral lines that have brought you here to this very point, right here, right now. It's time to let go of the wounded energy. It's time to let go of the scars that clutter the mind. So as we do this, we enter through the heart and we update the energy of the heart space. As we continue to focus on the heart, there's a little glowing light, and we follow that light and we move into and through that. And as we do, we blink as there's suddenly this brightness. And as we enter through the other side of that light, we find ourselves in an ancient Ayahuasca forest. These huge, gnarly trees, character, charisma. And as you wander through this dense forest of ayahuasca trees, the healing energy, the ability to rewrite the stories, the thoughts, the concepts of what has shaped you into here and now, that holds you out of that cycle of prosperity of being seen within your authenticity, is all organically rewriting within this ancient forest. As you continue to meander through, you come across an ancient clearing. And within this clearing, the very center of it, there's a fire. You can see, as you focus in on this, that suddenly all your ancestors, your female line, the mothers of the mothers of the mothers, the sisters, the daughters, the aunts, the grandmothers, they're all here. They're all in this ancient circle. And you sit with them within this space. And as you sit with them, and everyone's rhythmically moving, gently moving in this sitting space, legs crossed, you can see how everyone's heart space begins to glow. Then you become clear that over the fire, there is something spinning, and that something is, it's a DNA template, the divine template of the female line. But as you look at it and you can see where the heart portal exists within that space, within that DNA strand of the holographic template of all this female line, the divine cosmic creator of the female line here within this space, within this clearing, you can see how it's wounded, how it's heavy. It's almost formless as it's being knitted with so many preconceived thoughts and self-judgment and lack of self-worth, how it's been mistreated and uncared for. And you look back around at your circle of ancestors and you can see the hearts are glowing more and more and more, the rhythmic chanting growing in strength. And it's like this vortex of air, earth, fire, water, the north, south, east, west, these basic elemental energies forming and flowing within this circle of women, within the divine template, to update and to recreate through time, to release what has been bound. As we look at this and we connect into what has been bound and we follow that through, and it's almost like this river of energy, this beautiful little, and it's a self-protection more than anything. It's this protection of my daughter, protection of my mother, protection of my sister, this love that has essentially shut down the inner light through the heart space out of fear. But the fear fragments, so it's time to let it go. We need to release these binds. We need to work together with our ancestors, hand in hand, as we move rhythmically, chanting rhythmically, glowing and expanding from the heart, accepting and opening into prosperity, into being seen, into being heard and understood, into becoming one with your higher truth as you exist in this space of just awakening, updating the frequency, the energy, the flow. It starts at the heart and it expands out with every heartbeat, every every breath, every step you take in life. This vortex of energy is growing and expanding as you're allowing, as you become, as you see and exist in awareness, opening, releasing out of the reactive energy, out of fear that fragments, out of loss, out of poverty. You can let go of these heart valves, these emotional walls. You no longer need to hold on to these anymore. There's time for the heart to open, for the higher purpose of your soul to awaken as you untether out of these threaded binds around the heart that have been creating this heaviness, which blocks understanding and even seeing the next step. It's time. You are an individual, but together we are stronger. Together, I keep saying, together we are stronger. Receive that love, that expansion, that update through the torus field. And as they're saying this, as they're believing this, and as that heart center is growing and growing and growing, it's suddenly this fire within the center through that DNA template. There is this explosion of this diamond white flame, channeling up and through, purifying, cleansing, and expanding. And it just, from that DNA strand template, above the fire, it channels out into all the ancestors, into all the templates, all the realities you've ever been and ever will be. It's updating, it's receiving in this purification of the diamond white fire. Diamond white, this purification, this expansion, this. Just take a deep breath in and really feel how you're receiving that, how it's opening up, how it's moving into your heart, expanding through and awakening in that space of your heart, and then channeling through all the other chakra networks, awakening the communication pathways through the throat. Let go of those blocks. You don't need to hang on to those anymore. Let the mind let go of the unconscious resistance. You don't need to hang on to that anymore. Just letting it go, just moving through with this purification of the diamond white flame as it channels through the heart and is received into those neural pathways, into the brain waves, into the glands, into the body organs and systems. It's a metaphysical, energetic, consciousness, physical. It's the realigning of the light body with the physical life you live now as it transcends through time. Because as everybody else is updating, you're updating, and that cleansing and allowing of rewriting of who you are and the holographic templates of what you live by, those contracts, those laws, those idealisms, to be able to achieve, no longer locked by what has been the society rules and cultural difficulties that lifetimes have dictated. The jealousy, the retribution, the difficult emotional walls that have been built up out of expectation, out of desire. It all needs to just wash away in this divine diamond white flame. Releasing the mind, allowing yourself just to see that channeling up into higher self. And as you move into the higher self, you gain a new perspective. And you're looking down on this circle of women. And you can see that divine template of all your family lines within that center and how it's just shifting that DNA strand, that chromosome, that all the little light codes moving into and out of, or updating, bringing you what you need to allow you to shift into that new reality in more openness, in more awareness of your own light, empowered within your own light, willing to work within the creator consciousness. You are a creator. You're an individual, but together we are stronger. Together we are stronger. Feel that, how you, with your ancestors, with that feminine line and all that love that brought you to this point right here and right now, together we are stronger. Awaken to receive the information you need, the clarity you need. They are there. They are helping you. They're whispering in your mind to help guide, to help bring you the influences and understanding you need. And all you need to do is open to receive it. An awareness of your own truth, of your own expansion, and recognizing that you are so much more than you believe. And when you trust, even if you can't see it, but when you trust in that idea that you are so much more than you believe, then all of a sudden you start receiving and you start existing into and through that opening, that realignment of something so much more, the stability and the coherence of the light codes within that central template of the divine feminine line, updating, but it updates through the heart, through the activation that's happening in the heart. You are an individual, but we are stronger together. Your soul family, your soul alignments, your soul truth. You're not meant to do it alone. It's a community that creates. We support each other. Your authentic expression creates that ripple that awakens another. Their ripple then awakens another, and their ripple awakens another. That authentic expression, that light that hasn't been shining fully, is the missing piece to the puzzle. You don't need to hold back anymore. You don't need to be nervous. You don't need to just not be you. It's your time to rewire, to realign, to affirm your place within the divine feminine line and the limitlessness of your light soul. Continuing just to update and heal into, as you can see, that vibration. If you imagine your light body and your physical body, and is coming into a perfect vibrational alignment that activates within the heart. The heart portal must activate. You must feel, stop thinking and feel instead. Feel with your heart. That's where you're going to guide. That's where you're going to be shown. Breathe into that, into the heart, through the heart, and allow your body to feel, to flow, to understand. Be intuitively guided. Your knowing is the most powerful tool you have. That is where the guidance is coming from. Your mothers, your grandmothers, your sisters, your daughters, your aunts, they're all calling to you now. This timeline and ancestors from this timeline, other timelines that you've lived, other galactic timelines you've lived, they're all here, all in this rhythmic circle, all receiving, all updating concurrently, so that this life, here and now, updates incrementally into that limitless self. And all you have to do is state, we are stronger together. I am ready. I am open. I am prosperous. I am fearless to empower into my light. I am ready to receive. Take a deep breath in and release. And as you're ready, just start coming back to the room. And as you do, and as you come back into the present time, I want you to imagine that you're sitting inside the giant seed of life sphere, this protective bubble, but it's networked with the seed of life in a 3D sphere. And this is continuing to channel from that heart point, that diamond white fire, this purification and cleansing. I want you to keep seeing this sphere, keep feeling it, keep knowing that you are protected within this space and you are purifying through all your energy bodies, your mind, your thoughts, all the concepts that come forth. You're allowing to update your willingness to try to put that vision out there, creates the pathway for all your ancestors to help you at this time, to release that wounded energy, the constructs of time and society, letting go so you're no longer stuck, just free to awaken into the new pathways of ease, of grace, flow, and prosperity. Another deep breath in and release. So it is, and it is so.